Hi, I'm Neil Sackmary.
Hi, I'm State Trooper Sean Hagstrom with the Nevada State Police Highway Patrol Division, PEIO. Please stay tuned for the next episode of Trooper Talk.
And together, we can make a difference. Here we are live on this edition of Trooper Talk from the 360 Vegas studios. We have Trooper Hagstrom, and we have some really special guests today that are smiling because they're so excited to be here. Sir, please introduce yourself and tell us what it is that you do for the Nevada State Police.
Well, my name is Sergeant Brian Drone, and I am the Commercial Administrative Sergeant for the Commercial Enforcement Bureau of Southern Nevada.
And please introduce yourself, sir.
So I'm Trooper Kevin Vosslenar. I'm with Commercial Enforcement. I'm actually a road trooper, so I'm actually out doing all the vehicle inspections and work roadside.
You might have a crash that's on a roadway that involves a commercial vehicle that you're like, okay, we need to get the commercial guys out here to look at the commercial vehicle to make sure the brakes weren't faulty.
Absolutely.
Every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Because, again, not saying that people are trying to skim costs, but, everything has a cost.
100%.
Yeah, and Neil, a lot of times, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say.
Yeah, a lot of times on commercial crashes, if it involves a commercial vehicle, we automatically call commercial to come out.
Absolutely.
And they end up getting inspected after that crash because they want to make sure there wasn't any other safety things that may have caused this crash ahead of time. And then they can also look into their books, make sure everything's good, if they were even supposed to be driving that vehicle like we've already talked about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
They get
wasn't
them in
even
that
thinking
crash.
that, right?
Absolutely.
And
So-
it's not only us, Neil. It's we do all of our own post-crash investigations for the Nevada Highway Patrol, but we are the lead agency and one of only 2 agencies that do these type of inspections throughout the state. So our allied agencies and community partners rely heavily on us if in their specific jurisdictions they have a substantial bodily harm crash or an fatality crash. So if LVMPD, Henderson, North Las Vegas, CCSD, any of these other agencies have a crash which involves a commercial motor vehicle in their jurisdiction that requires a post-crash inspection, they call us. And so we're all over.
Yeah, no, it's very important. And again, it's all to keep our roadway safe. I mean,
100%.
this is the most important thing.
100%.
All right, let's talk about this. Since you brought it up, I give these to you when we're done the Trooper Talk, but let's talk about this. You alluded to your patch, how much that means to you.
Absolutely.
This is a very special patch.
100%.
And so we buy the patches so that we can give them to everybody to ensure that when it is that the loss of your brother or brothers, that, at least we have something. And so Sergeant Abate used to come on to the show. He was very exciting because he used to sit next to Trooper Wellman, right? And he used to talk about the driving and all this type of stuff. And, one of the things that's very important that people need to understand is that when it is that you put on your uniform in the morning, that you don't know what's going to happen later on that day. And we just had the 1-year anniversary. And so I would like to sort of open this up to you. Maybe there's something that, because when Trooper May passed away, Joanna came here, and this was the first time that she opened up. And it was very important, and it's important for people to see so that they know that you're a real person and that that you can actually hurt even though you're a warrior. And one of the things that we talk about is that jail is not a nice place.
It is not.
You get in there, and then you're there for 12 hours.
Yep.
And you're there with all these people, and the minute that you don't like what it is that they're doing and you mouth off, you're in there for a few days. And then after you get out in a few days and you feel like the world is ending, the world is just beginning in this negative way.
Oh, yeah.
So It's very important.
Obviously,
Oh.
we're in a state where it's
Not for
recreational
commercial,
for commercial drivers.
Uh-huh.
And when I was the industry trainer
Yeah.
before I promoted, this is what I would tell the industry: job or joint. That's it.
Job or
Your
joint?
job or the joint. That's it. If you hold a CDL and you use marijuana, you're done.
Yep.
It is illegal to smoke marijuana and have a
And-
CDL, because if you get popped on a random drug test, it doesn't matter if you're in a state where it is recreationally illegal, medicinally illegal, you cannot hold. It says it right here in the book.
Uh-huh.
You cannot hold a CDL and be under the influence,
Or be a user.
be a user.
Cannot that's it.
cannot perform any safety sensitive function, anything. And if we come into contact with you, per this book, and you are found in possession of it, you're out for 24 hours. You don't even need to be high. If you're in possession of
What
it,
does that mean? You're out. So you can't.
you're
drive.
out of service. You can't drive
So
automatically for 24 hours, even
you
though
catch
it's,
somebody
Uh-huh.
with that is under the influence.
that's in a CMV.
not even under the
Not
influence.
even
Not-
under the
oh,
influence.
you could just see a joint.
Yeah.
Truck comes into our check site. We interview the driver. We smell marijuana in the vehicle, or we see an alcohol container in the vehicle.
Done.
Anything like that. We start interviewing the driver. Driver says, "Yeah, I recreationally smoke marijuana. Oh, I had a couple of beers at the truck stop, and this is what was left over, and I'm bringing it to my place." We immediately park them for 24 hours at our facility.
Or
Done.
prescription
Cannot-
drugs. You know
cannot-
well,
cannot
how it
drive.
says in there? It says not to operate heavy machinery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's certain drugs that you can't be.
Oh my God.
And,
Yeah.
and so
Using
that's
it.
that's the reason why we bring this up, Neil.
You alluded to your patch, how much that means to you.
Absolutely,
This is a very special patch.
100%.
And obviously we can see how emotional it gets to you. So I open the floor.
Yeah, I didn't really go into. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, and I've had the opportunity to and the honor to serve with Micah and Alberto, and I had the opportunity to participate in training them, instructing them, working with them, seeing their growth, and even when Mike promoted, he actually took my spot on the yard. And you know, a lot of us sergeants that left the yard for the sergeants that came on, he took our spots. And same thing with Alberto. He was one of my guys on the yard while I was there. And so when I came back home to commercial, I knew, because Mike was one of my guys, I knew it was in good hands. I knew Alberto was one of the most squared away guys. I didn't worry about anything. And so when I got the news, to say it was crushing is an understatement. And to think that it could have been me at any time, and why did it have to be them? I internalized that a lot. And then knowing the families and still having the relationship with the families, it not a day goes by that it doesn't hurt. And Alberto and Mike are just two in the long career that many of us have worked. We've buried too many friends.
Sergeant Abate used to come on to the show. He was very exciting because he used to sit next to Trooper Wellman, right? And he used to talk about the driving and all this type of stuff. And, you know, one of the things that's very important that people need to understand is that when it is that you put on your uniform in the morning, that you don't know what's going to happen later on that day. And we just had the 1 year anniversary. And so I would like to sort of open this up to you. Maybe there's something that, because when Trooper May passed away, Joanna came here, and this was the first time that she opened up. And it was very important, and it's important for people to see so that they know that you're a real person, and that you know that you can actually hurt, even though you're a warrior and you're made to go out there. So talk to us about Sergeant Abate.
Let's see, how do I go with this one? So I met Mike when he first came into our evac program. I was already an instructor in our driving program, and he applied to come into the program and came in, and we kind of got his credentials and his background, and we were like, oh yeah, he's gonna fit. He's gonna come right in, and Mike quickly proved to us with his ability and his just personality about how valuable he became to our program.
And now we're gonna look right here, and then we're gonna wave goodbye. All right, see you later.